Hello, I'm Steven,
And I'm Steve.
and this is Cherry Knoll Whiskey Reviews. Today, we're doing something a little bit special
Yes.
to continue on with our Knob Creek series. We've got the Knob Creek 18.
You know it's
in this very nice wood box.
you know it's going to be a good bottle when the box is wooden
Yeah. Yeah, I think
and the bottle is dusty.
yeah, half of what made me buy this was that it had a wood box.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah. No, I mean it's
Not a good reason for buying it, but
I disagree. I think that's a great reason for buying it.
maybe.
It's a great you know how many
We'll
scotch
see.
you know
We'll see how it tastes.
You know how many bottles of scotches I buy just because of like the cool
They
box
look
or the
nice.
packaging or like
Yeah.
scotch is they do a good job with
They do.
packaging. But this is exciting.
It is. So, the interesting thing about the box is that you've got this little brass lever and then this piece of wood that comes out.
So
Got
nice.
a little thumb hole there for you. And then you can extract the bottle. Oh.
And it's all walnut too.
I don't know if it is or if it's just a dark stained wood. Because at first I thought it was walnut.
Oh yeah,
but
you can kind of
now,
see in here the stains a little
yeah.
dark. All right, maybe they cheaped out.
Yeah.
Maybe
It's nice, but I don't think it's as nice as we think it is.
yeah. All right.
But regardless, Knob Creek 18.
Let's see if this one goes better than the last.
Let's see, is there anything on here for you to read?
Yes, I can read everything. Honoring the 30th anniversary of Knob Creek. That's interesting. 1992 to 2022. I'm almost as old as Knob Creek.
I'm slightly older.
Nice. That's pretty cool. Since 1992.
So
100 proof?
this is 100
Also
proof.
100 proof.
Release number KC001.
All right.
And then DSP KY 230.
DSP.
DSP.
Do you know what that is?
I do not.
All right. Is this the oldest whiskey we've had on this channel so far?
The oldest age-stated whiskey we've had.
Yeah.
So I think the stag is supposed to be somewhere in that like 15 to 20.
Okay.
So it's never age-stated, so you don't know.
Gotcha.
Put it back in its fancy box.
Yeah. Tasting notes: full-bodied, caramelized oak with hints of sweet baking spices. If that is not right on the money,
Yeah, I was gonna say that is.
I don't know what is.
That is pretty much what you get from it.
I'm getting the same kind of coconutty spiciness to it as the what was it, 15-year-old?
Yep, 15.
Not as strong though. Not nearly as strong.
Yeah,
It's more of a
not
sweet,
as much coconut.
more of a sweetness on this one.
Yeah, I see what they're saying with the sweet oak, because the first thing that you get is the oak spice in the nose, but it's extremely sweet smelling as well.
Yeah.
So it's not a differential of the spicy oak to the sweetness. They're kind of combined.
Yeah. Yeah. Nicely balanced, definitely.
Yeah, the
as
nosing
the nose goes.
is great.
It is very, very pleasant, very easy to smell too. No harshness at all, no burn.
Yeah, I think keeping it at the 100 proof is what allows it to be so approachable.
Yeah. I think I'm going to find eventually that 100 proof is going to be like my cap. I know that's probably ridiculous because we've done like 131 and like 126, but they always just tend to be too much for me.
The flavors are always worth getting into those higher proofs, though.
Yeah.
Ready to go in?
I'm ready. Wow.
So you definitely get that oak spice.
Yeah.
But it's almost like it's covered in like a sweet candied sugar.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like as soon as you sip it and swallow it, it's oak spice, and you almost want to like wince a little bit, and then it's like totally blown away by a sweet, sugary oakiness. It kind of takes over like almost immediately.
Yeah, it's not like a caramel sweetness or a fruit sweetness either.
No,
it's like
no.
the oak itself has like a vanilla spice, and it's just surrounded by sweetness.
Yeah, yeah. It's almost like a generic sweetness, like a just a generic sugary sweetness.
Yep. Yeah.
Which is kind of nice.
Finishes with a little bit nuttiness.
A little bit. I was just gonna say, like, because I smelled it just then, it was more of a nuttiness to it as well.
You get the older tasting on it the longer the finish goes on. You got some like really rich leathers, I guess, at the very tail end, maybe going into tobaccos.
Yeah, like just very like just barely there.
Yeah, it's at the very tail end of the finish.
Yeah.
It's good. It's very good.
It is. I gotta say, I genuinely do think it's very good, but again, it's kind of just generic and a little bit lackluster for me. You know, like again, it's another one of those bottles where like if it was over a certain price point, I wouldn't even think about it.
I think it follows the Knob Creek tasting like to a T.
Yeah.
In the sense that if you're drinking Knob Creek 9 and then you say to yourself, okay, well, I want something exactly like this, but just slightly better, that's the Knob Creek 18.
Yeah. I guess I'm just like, because recently we've done pretty much all of the Buffalo Trace stuff.
Yep.
I'm just so used to like they're the same distillery, but they're totally different whiskeys.
Yep.
So I just expect that. But I guess it's kind of nice to drink everything from one distillery like Knob Creek, just so that you can see the progression from whiskey to whiskey.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I mean the past 4 whiskeys we've done have all been Knob Creek.
4 or 5 now, right? Yeah.
So now it's essentially us just comparing apples to apples.
Are we gonna do a blind taste test of all of them after this?
We might. Or at least do like the 9, 12, 15, 18. Or 9, 15, 18.
Yeah.
You know, somewhat.
I want to throw the 12 in because I liked the 12 the least.
Right.
And I'm curious blind to know if I still end up liking it the least.
Right.
So, let us know if you want to see that. But again, it's good for sure. I don't think it's bad at all.
No, it's definitely not bad. I think just the hype of it is somewhat lackluster. It's not as much as I was expecting.
Yeah.
But then again, back to back, all 4 or 5 of them, in a blind might be different.
Yeah.
We may be picking up drastically different things.
Yep. Especially because, like, yeah, they are tasting them in the way that we've tasted them thus far. It's like there's those big similarities that your brain instantly just goes right to.
Right.
And so to taste them back to back, like what you're saying, I think it'll be very helpful because you'll kind of notice the differences and you'll be able to pick out all the differences.
Right.
I'll take that.
Gonna do the same.
Yeah. So I am definitely curious to see what happens back to back.
So what would you score this one?
I do like it. I think it's right up there with the last one, the 15. So what did I say? 7?
Yep.
I think 7.5 maybe. It's right in there. It's definitely, to me personally, it's good but not great.
Right. I agree.
Like even the older one is like just a very good generic tasting whiskey.
Right.
Bourbon.
I think I would score it in the same, right about that, 7.5. Maybe a little bit higher to the 8, but I think because of the price point of it being obviously their most expensive bottle and it seeming somewhat lackluster at this point in time, I have to keep it at that 7.5.
Yeah. I think if we do end up doing a blind of all of them, I think we should regrade them blind.
I agree.
Just to see where everything falls out. That'll be interesting.
Adding water didn't do a whole lot.
Didn't do anything for me. It just brought all those flavors down.
For me, it brought the sweetness up a step and the oak down a step, and that's it.
Yeah. It just tasted like I added water to my whiskey.
Didn't have enough in there.
Yeah,
maybe.
I guess not. I don't know.
Well, with that being said, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.